What's going on, everybody? Doc from Average Gamer, guys. Back yet again. Halo Wars 2. That's what we're doing. Talking first impressions today for the new Jerome and Arbiter DLC. I want to apologize. I didn't get a chance yesterday to jump on with Sloth. He had two great streams. Really should have been one, but got cut off kind of in the middle. But two great streams. He talked through the Blitz cards, gave some initial first looks at those and some impressions. In the second stream, he had a chance to play some skirmish as well as some Blitz firefights. So if you haven't checked those out, please go do some great first looks at the game, although it did have some technical difficulties as we can't seem to escape it with this game. And I'm sure there were some of you out there that had some similar issues. Luckily, I was able to get on yesterday and played a little bit. Got a chance to look at the Blitz cards, build some decks, and also play a little bit of Blitz Firefight and some skirmish myself just to check out. And at first initial overall impressions this is one of the better updates and one of the best DLC drops that I think we've had. I was a huge fan of Colony. I really liked Sergeant Johnson. But for these two leaders, the one thing that I think they've done and really stepped up is their special units and special powers. I think finally we get some really neat variety, although Sergeant Johnson had some new variety as far as what we were seeing. I think for these two new leaders, we really get some cool additions as far as cards, as far as leader powers, as far as units that aren't going to necessarily be extremely game-breaking, but they're definitely game-changing and stuff that we want to take a look at. So I'm going to start this off. I haven't opened my card packs. I was waiting to do this. I want to just crack these open. Wow. 4 Elite Enforcers and a Phantom. I will say right now, I have become a big fan, at least initial looks, of the Phantoms, more so even than the Mastodon, although I do like the Mastodon. Pretty cool. Mass Cloaking is one of those leader powers that I do want to continue to take a look at, and I think needs to have a little bit of playtesting. And we got another Elite Enforcer putting ours to 3. I'm not honestly too mad about that. Prowling Grunts also very, very cool. Pretty happy about that. I think that was another neat addition, something that we've seen kind of in some different units, but obviously nothing that small quite yet to have Cloak. So really interesting. A couple Phantoms there. Stasis is one of those things where I've messed around with a little bit. I think this is a card that we would need to get leveled up for it to be more efficient. What it does is pretty cool. However, I'm not a fan of how long it lasts. That's, I think, the only thing for me that's kind of holding it back. Throughout this video, again, I'm just giving initial impressions. I'm just talking through some stuff. We're going to look at some Blitz cards here. Then we're going to jump into a game. And I really want to know your guys' feedback. Now that we've had, it's been out about 48 hours or so. By the time you guys see this, let me know what you're feeling. Let me know what you're thinking. We got the Arbiter here. That's pretty cool. Hope to get him leveled up. I am a big fan of him. And one of the biggest things I'm a fan of is getting some pretty cool stuff for starting armies is really awesome. I'm just getting all Elite Enforcers, which is a little frustrating. This better be good. Stasis. Okay. Well, it's level 2, so maybe it'll be a little bit more efficient. Hopefully, our Jerome packs here can be pretty good. I'll skip through the first couple of them. Omega Team right off the bat, and 2 of them nonetheless. That is so awesome. Omega Team is probably my favorite legendary card addition that we've seen, honestly, ever. The leaders are great. Commander Jerome is super cool. A couple of Mastodons, and another Omega Team. Let's go. That is so awesome. But the fact that we're getting a random Spartan dropped in, and honestly, we're going to be doing, like we always do, we're going to break down and we're going to test each of the different units and how they stack. Omega Team is something I want to take a very close look at for the sole fact that, honestly, I think the Spartans inside of Omega Team, when you call them in, they feel more powerful. Now, are they? I'm not sure. But the railgun was really awesome. That's the one that's standing out in my mind. I got a Commander Jerome here. Pretty good packs overall. Trooper Nightingale, another card we'll talk about in a minute. But I do want to take a real close look at the statistics for Omega Team and the Spartans inside of that, because honestly they feel really strong. And you'll see the Blitz deck that we're going to go to actually right now. We need to find this. Not bad packs here. Quite a few legendaries. I'm pretty happy about that. But for Jerome here, honestly, I'll show you the deck that I'm probably going to end up running. We'll try him out. I don't even have Commander Jerome in. He's awesome, great leader. The Command Mantis is super cool. But honestly, the only thing I think you need, honestly, at this high of energy cost is Omega Team. Obviously, you can maybe sort of miss if you get your Spartan with the Energy Sword. However, I don't think so. I think the chance for you to be able to get, especially, really, any of them are awesome. And I really need to take a look, and we will in the coming days and week or so. We'll do our unit analysis breakdown. We've got a bunch of good stuff up from the past DLC leaders. If you haven't checked those out, go hit them up. But yeah, we're gonna run the stats on this, and we'll get this out, because I do want to see how these guys stack up, because they do feel overall they feel more powerful. So that will be interesting. This is the deck we're looking at. Big fan of the Mastodon here. I do like putting units in it, and honestly, it's almost like making your own last stand vehicle, which is really cool. This has pretty good health, does some decent damage on its own, but the fact that it's almost essentially a rolling bunker for your units, they can shoot outside of it. I've seen some pretty good effects with it so far. It'll be interesting to try it in an actual Blitz game. I've actually been pretty impressed with Enduring Salvo for the little bit that I've used it, how much damage it does, pretty good AoE. Victory Turret, pretty cool, pretty hard to take down, and the fact that you can drop it right on your troops to give them rally is actually really neat. Jerome is obviously very, very focused on the rally ability, and this is probably, I'm going to be honest, when I saw this, I was extremely surprised and really happy. You essentially take one of the most critical cards in the game with the Nightingale, you give it Last Stand 2 for only 20, 30 extra energy, and it is worth it. This is probably the standout, other than Omega Team, this is the standout card for me for Jerome. Super awesome ability. I really like Last Stand. I was hoping they were going to bring it to some more units. I honestly never would have imagined them bringing it to the Nightingale, and I think that's one of the reasons why I'm honestly super happy with this update, because we're getting a lot of stuff that I don't think most people expected. People were like, I'm not sure about Jerome. Is he going to be cool? He's already a Spartan. Like, how does that work? Canon-wise, he's field promoted to commander, and he's doing some work with it. And having the Trooper Nightingale is definitely going to be one of the reasons that I have no issues using him in the future. So we'll take a look. That's the deck. We'll see how that runs. Again, here's the cards, but you guys have already seen those. Let me jump over to Arbiter's deck. I will show the cards here first, because I'm not quite using them all. Elite Enforcers, pretty cool. I've seen some stuff up already that these guys might be pretty powerful, so it'll be interesting to see. Prowling Grunts is one of those things where, again, they're throwing some abilities on some cards that I never really thought we would get, to be honest. Cloak on a 40 energy Grunt unit is really neat, so I'm pretty happy about that. Pretty awesome. Conduit of Rage, not a whole lot to say there. Still kind of working through that. Plasma Bolt, been pretty happy with this. Small AoE, but low on the damage side, or low on the energy side, for quite a bit of damage that it does. So pretty happy with that. Phantom, these are the standout card for me for the Arbiter, to be honest. Essentially the Mastodon, but flying, and that makes it honestly that much better. The fact that you can throw hunters in these guys and really start pumping out some damage is pretty neat. I used them pretty heavily in the skirmish when I played, and they were quite good. Quite good. Again, I talked a little bit about stasis. Not super happy with the time frame, and also not super happy that this leader power doesn't allow you to attack the units that are inside of it. You can use this offensively and defensively, which I think is really interesting. Um, but again, it doesn't. If you use it offensively, you're essentially just slowing the units down, maybe from capturing a point. If you use it defensively, you're throwing it on your own units to keep them safe from whatever's being attacked. But it's one of those very specific situation cards, if you ask me, and it'll be interesting to see how people use this. Mass cloaking, again, this has some seriously good potential. Although at the 200 energy cost, it's something that I think will swing late game, mid to late game for you, depending on how long it lasts. I haven't really been able to nail that down, but we will see on that one. Testing to come, and then the Arbiter, super awesome. The best part, honestly, if you ask me, about these new blitz setups is the fact of what we get for the starting army. The fact that we get the Arbiter with Vicious Blade, he's also got a very potent elite assault starting army, is really awesome. And then on the Jerome side, we get one of Omega Team, which is honestly super awesome. So let's jump into a 1v1 game here. We'll see how this goes. And again, not a ton of time in the game, but enough to know that I'm liking what I'm seeing. The art style on a lot of it is super cool. Commander Jerome, I love the Command Mantis, super awesome. The great visual effects of the rocket pods and all the weapons that it has is really great. What they did with Omega Team, I think, is super neat, giving them all a little bit, different weapons, and also the fact that you call them in randomly. I was initially worried that if you drop 3 Spartans in at once, you're looking at that situation of like, okay, it's probably way overpowered. It's not so much on the deathmatch side because that's a top tier leader power, so it's going to take you a while to get there. But the fact that in Blitz you get one of them for the energy cost is really cool. I think that was a great way to balance it, so I'm super happy with that. And again, Arbiter, the fact that they made him, with his ability, have the capability to hit air units, very much like in Halo Wars 1, I think was really smart. It essentially, it really fixes Shipmaster's problem, which was to call in his, his special unit, his leader, and he's just kind of sitting on the ground. You have that with the Arbiter when he's not using his ability, but honestly, you get it kind of fixed when you make it so that he can. Now this is really interesting. I've never seen this before. Oh, that's right. That's because I've never played any of the ranked before. So that's the new screen. If you have it, I'm honestly, this is the first time I'm seeing it. I forgot that they were going to block out the player names, block out their ranks prior to. So I honestly have no idea who I'm facing. I understand from the higher level competitive ranks of this game why that was important. If you saw somebody way higher of a level than you, they were backing out. What I don't know is, do they actually even show you what leader they're using? I'm assuming it does because it's on Forge. That's not a default select. But I honestly don't know, so we'll see what happens when we pop in here. Again, I understand why they're doing it. I think it would have been beneficial, and something I haven't seen, is to show their rank at least at the end of the game. Not level rank. I want to know what they're sitting in as far as their competitive rank. So we will see, but we're going to test out Jerome here. We're going to test our deck out, and we're going to see how it goes. And we got ourselves, I would say, the mid tier of the Spartans. I think the Energy Sword is just a little bit, maybe, how do I put it? A little bit too restrictive. I do really like the fast. I really do like the fast scroll movement. I think that's really awesome. I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're also going to get up here. What's up here? All right. Wow, he got really hurt. We're going to move up here. guy definitely knows what he's doing. But we're going to get set up here. I want to try this out. This is the whole reason for me wanting to do this. He's already got a vulture up, which is pretty bad. But, ooh. Kind of in a sticky situation here, but I can get this up. Not mad about that. See if we can't take this. This guy's doing a good job with the energy here. Not mad about moving some stuff around here. The other key would be, so again, I'm focusing into the game, which seems to happen when I play this. Honestly, we're trying to get. I think I just wait for my Spartan here. See who we get, and then we go jack that vulture. That's my plan. This is going to be okay for us. Although we're not in a very good position to take energy, so let's go ahead and grab this. Yep, that will do. Again, I do like the fact the fast scroll was a great move. We'll get that in there. We'll grab this point. We'll kill that guy. We'll grab some of that. We'll go back. We'll get in here. And we're going to use our Spartan here, and we're going to take this. This is why I like Omega Team too. We get a huge capability to really gain some advantage here with the fact that we can steal multiple of their really strong units. We're going to go here. I'm kind of mad that that guy died, but at the same time, that's okay. We're going to contest. We're doing okay. I think we're set up good. I do want to move and get this guy killed. Get ourselves a sniper here, which we could honestly counter with our own sniper, but I don't know how much of a fan of this move. Yeah, that was not a very good idea. But that's okay. So we're going to just try to team up a Mantis again here. I did want to test this capability. Let's get these guys up here. Let's get this guy back. I want to test the capability to get this thing full and see the combat effectiveness, honestly. So he's doing a decent job of contesting that. We've got that. That guy is super dead. Got some energy dropping in. This guy over here. He's going to move that over there, which is fine. We're going to do this. Then we're going to do that. Let's see how this goes here. Get this guy healed up. We're sitting up okay. This sniper has been on here forever. But not doing so bad. We'll fight here, that's fine. Get this guy back. This is something we can get in here and hold. We should be good at this point. I'm feeling alright. can we do here? Fire our missiles. Seems like a decent move. We should be able to fight from here. Yeah, that's fine. Decent fights. Bad idea to call your vulture in right where that is. Let me call this down. Got to try to use the new stuff here. I am a big fan of the turret. I think it's really cool. Its capability is really neat. We're just going to pull this off of here, get these guys healed up. We got these guys here. We're setting up perfectly fine. This turret locking this point down for us. That's going to be good. And that's it. We'll wrap that up. So sorry, I focused in there just a little bit, but good first Blitz game. Liking the deck. We're going to be definitely doing deck guides and a whole bunch of other Halo Wars 2 stuff, but I wanted to get an initial impressions video out there, and honestly, I really do want to hear what you guys think, wholeheartedly. I want to know what you guys are thinking as far as the new units, both the leaders. How do you like their new units? What's overpowered? What's underpowered? What do you think sets up right? I really do want to hear your feedback, so please let me know down in the comments below. As always, I've been Doc with Average Gamer, guys. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. It helps us out. Halo Wars 2 has been an awesome game for us, pumping us up to 400 subs, and the support is just amazing. So thank you guys so much for that. We also have a Twitter going to let you know when we got new videos up. So feel free, join us on there. We've got the Xbox Average Gamer Guys Club, which you can also join. So again, we appreciate the support. Thanks for hanging with me for a little bit, checking out some gameplay and my first impressions. Again, let me know down below. Again, Doc with Average Gamer Guys. Catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.